Sergeant OCD, I have once again got my bags out. I wanted to start by teaching you the way to start a fire, and the struggles I had I'll share. We're going to use a magnesium rod. Well, there's a magnesium rod here. We're going to use a ferrite rod. Can't use the Fresnel lens because the sun's not out. We have stormproof matches. I'll fire one of those up. As I was setting up, it just rained. We have fire igniter. I'm not going to use that. We have the handy dandy lighter. A lot of things that'll help in the rain to get things started. You know, I've talked about using dryer lint before, and you know, I use whatever I want. You know, it's just my preference. But I've added to this kit some steel wool. Again, which the steel wool I'm going to use this and this to start a fire. Yeah, the petroleum jelly that goes with the cotton balls, that's really more of a way to get the cotton ball to last longer. You can also use chapstick, I hear. All right, after doing it the old-fashioned way, all I did was scrape some of this off of here, try to get me a little bit of kindling. Not much. I'm trying to get away from feather sticks right now because, you know, beginners don't know about feather sticks yet. I have 2 tins here that I didn't talk about before that I'm going to make charred material like this. Now, I just made this, don't know if it's going to work. I tried to do it in foil. And if you ever do it in foil, always like double, triple wrap the foil. I keep making that mistake. So, obviously the first thing I'm going to do is light this with a lighter. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to use the Gorilla Tape that I have on here to light it. I mean, that is another option. This is the last resort. I'm not using that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use a cotton ball soaked with petroleum jelly. Now, I still have a cold and I do apologize for that. We'll try charred material later. But, so I want to just explain this magnesium stick for a little bit. So, I didn't understand how this worked at you know, in the beginning, because this is actually my first one. I bought this because it was a cool little knife and it came with a ferro rod. This is the ferro rod I use all the time. But I got into this, and I think I got this at Walmart. I can't remember where, but when China, Walmart. So when I got into this, I'm like, wow, what are these two different things? So you've got this rod, and it's lighter, and then you've got like a striking. So this is magnesium, and this is ferrocite. So this magnesium, this ferrocite, same thing, but this just comes here and it gives you a hacksaw blade, which would be handy out if in survival as well, to cut things, obviously. So I just want to show. Can I scrape it with this one? See, this takes a little bit, and this one ain't working. Let me try the piece that came with it. and yes, I cut myself already. I always have electrical tape in my first aid kits, and that's why. So I'm just going to scrape some of this, and you can, I don't know if you can see it coming off, but it's coming off in like, not chunks, but just little pieces. And I looked at a YouTube video on this, and the guy scraped for probably 2 minutes, and he had a huge pile. And this magnesium block, I think, is only good for about 50, and that's the mistake I make. I just keep hitting it and I knock everything off. The other reason I'm using this with the cotton ball and the petroleum jelly on it is a lot of the magnesium is fixing to it. Now, I've got the whole thing covered, the whole area covered. Will this light? Maybe, maybe not. Nope. So the other thing I learned, don't strike this way because you always knock out your debris. Always come back. Alright. Everybody's got their favorite knife. This is mine. And it lit. So I didn't have to scrape for 5 minutes trying to get all that magnesium in there. Now, is this going to light this fire? I don't know. There's a lot of dry wood in there, and the magnesium's still kicking in. So will it light this fire? I don't know, but we're going to see. Now it's starting to rain again. That's right. Corporal Kelly says if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So that's what I'm doing. I'm training. So the other thing, why this is still burning, I want to see if this charred material that I messed up will catch on fire. Now, ideally, I should be able to hit this charred material with the spark, and it should fire up. But I don't think that's going to work. Maybe if I do that. Now, see how long that cotton ball is lasting? I think that's pretty good. So that's why it's important to have a few things like my personal is a ferrocite rod, and anything like charred material, cotton ball, things like that. Yeah, this, you know, I may be able to get this to light with this, but it's going out anyway. So we see the ferrocite rod. We use that along with the cotton balls, so we're going to put those to the side. I know people are probably going to laugh at me for using this for making charred material, but I really don't care. This is what I want to make, you know. I don't know if this is even right, but the one that's in this pack is. This is that regular pack. I just put everything back in it that I had in there. And there's charred material. I know that'll go up. So everything in here has been tested. Tested, and that's why it's in this kit. And this is just a simple grab and go 10, 8 or 9 C's, I don't know. It's enough to start a fire and purify water. But I'm gonna sign off for now. Okay, I'm back. Part of you know, learning how to start a fire with different things, and putting up shelter and collecting food and collecting water is the other part. You've got to be physically fit. Now, I walk about 7 to 10 miles a day, But I don't climb stairs or anything like that. So like when I'm bending down, like over here, it affects me. So I'm gonna try what they do here is, I lost my favorite ferro wire, I ought to put it away. Yeah, I'm so anal about putting things back in bags. You know what? I can use, I need to buy one of them 6-inch ones. It's just a lot of this stuff that I'm trying out on Amazon, I may or may not like. I bought this on Amazon. It's the case seems really cheap, but it's pretty good. And I mean, it's a decent sized knife. You know, it's serrated at the end. Some people don't like that, but it works. Like I said, everybody prefers their own knife. Now, I've seen them, when I say them, I mean the bushcrafters. I've seen them go ahead and the Pathfinders, is they'll spark right into this and it'll ignite. Well, not the whole thing, but you'll see one hit a coal. So I'm not seeing any of that, so I'm gonna have to throw this back into the fire. Literally, I did get this little can that I'm gonna put over top when I do my char material, so people will not complain about it. You know, it's funny, I see all these things on YouTube and I see all the comments, or I don't see all the comments, I see some of them, and you know, people are just so mean. Oh, you shouldn't do this, you know, you're doing it wrong, you're staged, you're this, you're that. Chill out, people, just chill out. So I don't want to use up my matches. I don't want to use my instant starter. I can't use my lens. So I think that would have started, by the way. I think what I'm going to do is show you a little bit of starting this on fire. Now, Corporal, he's like, do 18 inches and roll it. I think it's 18 inches to the lighter. I don't know how much he uses here, but we're going to try this. I don't know what to do with this. The captain, he does that, and I didn't really catch how he did it, but anyway, I want to get this started because I want some coffee. So, Gorilla Tape light's on fire. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here, and he lights 3 in case one goes out like that. Okay, I'm impatient. So here's what we're going to do. I could not believe when I lit one of these off. I had no idea what these were. It's like a little torch. So I'm going to let that go ahead and burn in there. We're probably going to have a fire. Oh. Wait, I should have did the other thing. Good, go out. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't catch. Here is the cool one. This is what I wanted to show. I mean, I can hit this with a spark. Show you that real quick. Oh, I know where it is. I know where my favorite one is. It's not here. It's here. Yeah. I just like doing that with knives. It's cool. And I'm such a nerd. What is going on? I don't have the right angle or what? This happened to me when I first did this, and I was a little confused on why. That sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. And it works better if I, ow, that's going through. No wonder I used to have that on a pole, and I remember why. It's not ready for it yet, and I'm not ready for it yet. See, this is the problem I had before with these things. But you know, me jonesing for coffee right now is it's what you're going to run into in the field. This is crazy. We'll go ahead and show this one now because I don't know what's going on. So this is ferrocite. This is magnesium, and a lot of, see these little specks? If that's sparking, that's not magnesium, unless I'm creating enough friction. That's pretty wild. Coming off. See, this ain't gonna last long. Oh, there we go. It's lit. For a split second. I can't imagine this being a little bit of magnesium. That's not even lighting. All right. I did not know I would be failing this much right today. Hey, but whatever. You're gonna fail anywhere. You're gonna fail in the field. You're gonna fail out here. Now, I discussed this, and what I did is I had a bad USB cable, wouldn't communicate, and me being an electronics guru, I know that white and green are communication. That would make black and red power. I lost my steel wool. Nope, that's not steel wool. Oh, it's right in front of me. Hello, hello. This is another way that you could start a fire. It's also good to plug up holes so mice don't get into your house or through your floors. I got an old house here, and just make sure you don't short them out or you'll be buying a new solar charger. So I'm not even going to turn it on. You can see that the green light, that actually means it's charging. So I'm just going to touch them together here, see what happens. Oh, come on. I did this before and it worked. That's funny. Alright, fine. Up. See? Don't touch them together. God bless me. Alright. You turn it on. It's on. So now I got 5 volts instead of 2.3. You see it spark? I should probably shorten these leads a little. Sparked. Try to move my tarps around a little bit, get the road behind me. I don't know if that's helping or not. If I can hear it, you can hear it. All right. Oh, power went off. gosh, nothing's working. That's crazy. Okay. I will get this fire started. So, the only thing we haven't used is the lighter. So here's what we're gonna do. Did we have that tape? Oh, it burned up. We're gonna light this up, and I am gonna make a bow saw. The dryer link's not even going up. Okay, I am gonna make a bow saw, but it's raining kind of harder now. I'll get this thing started maybe. I don't know why I'm having so many problems. Oh, probably because I don't have feather strips to start up. The feather strips will have oil or sap. They're made out of pine, and I'm going to try to craft some out of some of this wood I got around here that I collected. But that's sap that's in there ignites, and it keeps the fire ready to keep burning. But anyway, I'm gonna get going for now. All right, I'm back. I'm not one to give up. What I'm gonna do is try a little bit of this too. Now, I don't know what this stuff does, but what I should be doing with this excess here is stuffing it in the top, putting that down, because that'll give me cotton with Vaseline in there. And I think the Ranger Andrew, he puts, I think it's at least a half cotton ball in there. But I'm gonna try this guy again with that. Of course, I blow it out. Now I'm gonna get this thing going. You see how good that petroleum jelly is? It's pretty wild. And this is a knife that I actually put in the Urban bag that I have, but I think I'm gonna swap it out with this pack here, my main pack. Now this is underneath the tarp, so I am going to have to move this, but obviously I finally got it started. You see the problems that anyone could have, but God bless you all. I got to move this fire back, so I'll turn it on when I'm charring. We have fire. We have actually coal. I'm gonna get this in here. Yeah, I was burning some paper earlier, so I got a little bit of debris. I'm glad to have my training area like this, where everything's facing the road, and I've got my tarp up just purely for cover. I'll go over cover later, but right now we're into fire. So one of the things people may ask is, why are you charring material? Well, the whole idea is to think of your next fire. I'm a firm believer of that, because I can take anything I have in my pack. I mean, you saw today I was pulling out of my pack and start a fire. You know, I use the lighter as the last resort, and I ended up using the lighter to light a Vaseline soaked cotton ball to get this going again. You know, when it's wet, when it's humid, you got to take into account for all that. So I'm just going to let these things sit in here. I think I heard somebody say until they start smoking, but I'm not sure how much smoking they're going to do. It's not, it's a little warm. I mean, I could probably pick it up. Yeah, I can pick it up. So you see it burning around the outside of that. I hate to do that to that container, but I like surviving more than I like the color blue. So I'm just going to let these go for a little bit, and I'll check back with you. Good morning, channel. Wanted to come out this morning and show you what we did with the charred material. Actually, I already did that, so I don't need to. I wanted to come out this morning and start a fire with our charred material that we made yesterday. I consolidated both of all 4 tins into 2. It went down that far. That canister, my old workout tin didn't work out. It burned everything up in there, and it's probably because I left them sitting in the coals for, well, until the fire burned out. So I went inside and I laid down and I took a nap. That's what I do sometimes. So I want to show you something called batoning. So how you process wood. You can take some people call it a spax. Some people, I call it it's just a throwing axe. Again, you know, I bought things because they look cool on Amazon, but it's thin enough that I could use it for a baton, split wood. It's very sharp. That's what I cut myself on yesterday. I'm just getting it out of my bag. So my sinus infection is almost going away. So what I'm going to do here is see how safe I'm being without having my hand holding this and whacking it. It's pretty brittle stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put that into the fire. Actually, I'm not going to bore you with that. You could do it with larger material. And you see I can run through and hit this blade, the edge of the blade, or I could hit it here. And I have the inside of the wood. Now, when I was talking about feather stripping, this is what I'm talking about. See how that's curling up? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of these. And I've seen people leave them at the end and put the whole piece of wood in. Now, again, I don't know wood. I don't know what type of wood this is or whatnot. But these curls, I can get them to burn. So I can use the charred material we made yesterday. Remember, always think of your next fire. And with a bunch of these and restart my fire. All right. So I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm just going to go ahead and do the work, and I'll show you the results. God bless. One thing I wanted to show you, so you don't get tired, always try to use your body with a blade, either pulling it back, mainly with the fire starting. I'm using my whole back and shoulder and everything instead of my arm doing this, because it's going to get real tiresome sometimes, you know, and I don't have that much control if I keep moving my freaking wrist. But this isn't the right material to feather strip. I need pine, but oddly enough, I can't find a pine tree. Everywhere I look, there's a pine tree, except for when I need one. So I'm going to look for a different block and see what I can do with it. So, this knife is a pilot survival knife. It's not full tang. So it's cool, but it's not sufficient. So I still haven't found a good knife, straight bladed. I mean, my folding knife, this one, I love the pieces. I don't like how big and bulky and thick it is, but it's one of the best knives, folding knives I've bought. I do like some of my other ones, and I'm going to go through knives, cutting materials, as soon as I got to fix an axe. But another way to do it, I have got another one of those throwing axes. This one is actually, it's a thicker tang. The whole thing is pretty durable. It goes with my machete, and as you can see, I can process wood with it. I'm not getting full curls like I want, but these will still start on fire. So I just talked about my machete. It can process wood too. I like this because I keep this on my web belt. I can cut through sticker bushes and tree branches and stuff. There's a lot of sticker bushes where I go. There's a lot of them overseas, or everywhere I go. But you see, I can process that too. I could also baton with this. It turned on me. Woo, there we go. So you could all, I'm a firm believer in being safe, especially with knives, fires, knives. So there's that. I'm gonna do a little bit more processing, hopefully start a fire today. I want some coffee. So I'm in the middle of trying to get this bar coffee here. I mean, it's coming right off, but what a bird's nest is if you can get on a birch tree, I know I said locust before because there's always locusts around here, you can get strips of this, the inner bark, and break up the fibers in it, and you can actually put it together and it looks like the bird's nest. So that's what I've been trying to find. I just haven't been able to find it. But I'm gonna reposition the camera. See, I put all my charred material in here. We're gonna do this a little different. We're actually gonna try to run a spark into this and then move the ember to our fire. So I'm pretty sure I saw some of the bushcrafters do this. If not, you know. So once again, I'm gonna try to make some char material, and I've got my bag over here that I've got all my collected dead wood that I think I'm gonna leave some big pieces in some of it, because these pieces in this, they got pretty small. So, and I think that's what I'm gonna do in this can. But again, I didn't watch it. You know, my fire's ready to be started. I did have 1 cup of coffee, so I'm not gonna be grouchy like that Snickers bar lady. Or man, I don't know. But I am gonna put some cloth in here. So I'm gonna go over, you know, blades and things like that. And you know, cool is not always the best. I'm finding that out, and I knew that. Cool is cool. You just need it to function to what you need it to do. You know. Hey, I've been a nerd all my life. I gave up being cool a long time ago. People are just not gonna like you for you being you, you know. this new generation is liking everybody for everybody. But, you know, I guess I rubbed the old generation the wrong way all the time. So, you know, I don't get it. Let's see if this cuts. Should. I just sharpened it. I went through and sharpened all my knives. And I found a place for this because it's poking out of the sheath. I'm going to get rid of this length of this pseudo Ranger cord. I might even put my own Ranger cord on. I don't have a whole lot left. I do have 550 that I bought. Walmart sells what they call 550, but it's at like 110 pounds, 90 pounds. So they don't understand what 550 means. 550 means 550 pounds. So don't get fooled by Walmart. I'm finding a lot of Walmart stuff is just the quality's not there. So practice with it. That's what I'm doing. When I need to buy the good stuff, I'm going to buy the good stuff when I can afford it. I mean, I can't even afford a container. You know, I talk about single wall and double wall. I like double wall, but you can't cook in it, you know, because it's insulated. It's got a vacuum on it. Now, in a pinch, you could. All you got to do is pierce the outside container. Okay, so there's my charred material. I'm gonna put this on my fire. I got a bunch of sticks there. You know, basically you should have below your finger size, and above your finger size. So smalls, medium, and large. Of course, you need your tinder too, and then you need this. So I didn't fill this guy up. Yeah, I know where to get more of this stuff. I know where that log is. I was there yesterday finding my tripod that I lost right next to this log. I don't know, I thought I put it in my bag. It fell right out right there. So I'm glad I found it because it's got my selfie stick on it, which holds my phone until I get my camera back. I did make a bunch of videos prior to posting yesterday, but they're more blooper reels. I mean, I am not an expert at this. I just want to show you that you can do this. Anyone can do this with just a little bit of perseverance. They can even become a big bushcrafter. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to take anybody's limelight. Like I said, I respect the corporal and I respect Ranger Andrew. And, they explain things well enough that I understand it, but I'm pretty sure that my family and my friends and others may not totally understand it. Whenever you get at a level that you are completely competent, even an expert, I've been an expert in a few different things, but when I start explaining it to people, people get that glazed-eyed look. And, well, that means I've lost them. Now, I did rough this up and made a 90-degree angle out of it. So we're going to see. Now, this is the other thing that you pull the starter back. Now, I've seen people scratch it and then pull it back. I don't know why this knife doesn't work that well. Whoop. That's the other reason to take this little lanyard off. Of course, my finger's worn out too. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, most of my fingers are worn out from zip ties, but this is a whole different thing. And I did order 6-inch ferro rod because I can't deal with these little things anymore. This is what you don't want to mess up, and I got that hole there. See, I'm just not getting the spark I need. You know? I don't think this ferro rod's any good. I mean, look at the tiny little spark. Yeah. I'm going to do it like that, like flint and steel. No, I don't think so. Let me change out. I do have my bag here. I don't pull anything out. And once I go into my training yard, I don't go back in my shed and get anything. I don't get anything out of my car. It's just not the way you do it. I'm simulating myself being out in the woods. Since I can't get out into the woods very much, that's what I need to simulate. But let me get a different rod. So the sun's trying to peek around the corner, but I can't catch it yet. Yeah, I can't get a piece of the sun yet. But it doesn't hurt to try. Now, before I try this, I mean, I got pretty strong hands. I'm pretty strong in body, but some of these things, they're hard to do. See, that's magnesium. That's the way you should spark. So I have hit a few of these in here. I'm going to pull this guy out. It's hot. That's the way it should be done. 1-2. 1-2 punch. Can we see? Can we see? Yeah. Curl. This is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. So the idea is transfer the charred cloth, that ember, to the material that's in here.